Yeah. So even I just wanted to show you something over here. Like, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
The timer one, right? Or something else?
The Google
Okay,
page.
perfect. Yeah,
Yep.
you're in. Yeah. So I think you know you got this 12 weeks plan, right? To transit yourself from the non-IT or a fresher to a VAPT domain. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you got this. The transit plan, I can say, or 12 weeks path, that can, help you to get started into the pen testing, right? Or a vulnerability assessment or a pen testing domain. So, like, I mean, because of the demand, now, you know, like many requirements, like some people, like from the freshers, they wanted to get started into this domain, or a different experienced people, they wanted to transit, just for the better career growth, right? So what I have done is I have designed this 12 weeks program, okay, for especially who would like to, spend 2 to 3 months, and then who would like to get into this domain. So it has four, I mean, it has totally five paths, right? The first path is like it'll just make you or create a solid foundation of the networking operating systems, right? I mean, see, when you want to become a hacker, you should have the networking knowledge and you should have the operating system knowledge, like how to use different operating systems, how to operate the tools, right? So here, like the first phase is something, where like it'll start with very slow pace, guys. Okay. It start with very slow pace. Here we have five steps, I can say five phases. So like I'll just also I'll also show you another one. Uh, so there is something called okay, batch 6 or batch 7 document. Oh, where is it? Just a minute, let me find that. Just a minute. Surprise, I'm not finding it. Okay, no worries. I'll just create a one, right? That's not a problem. So it basically has like five phases, I can say, right? So when you wanted to get into the technical side, of course, you should have the knowledge on the networking and operating system related stuff, right? I mean, not completely, we are not, taking a deep dive into the networking part, but of course, the required networking topics, right? Whatever the networking topics are required for us to, learn this course, right? To understand all the concepts, whatever we use it in our day-to-day life, right? So the basic things I have added over here. And
Sai, Sai, just we are seeing only Google screen. So are you showing any other screen apart from Google?
That's the reason I have asked. Okay. Uh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me share my entire screen. Thanks. Okay, now can you see this?
Yes, yes, now
we
we are able to
we
see.
can see now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sorry. So, okay, I thought I was sharing the complete screen, but now I'm sharing my complete screen. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the 12 weeks PT plan, VAPT plan, right? So this is a phase one, okay, which is majorly focusing on your foundation skills, right? Yeah, so where we'll be covering all of these topics. So I've mentioned, here in a very high level, right? So here you will be like learning the basic networking topics and understanding the operating systems like Windows and Kali Linux operating system. You will be creating your own lab setup inside your local system itself by using the virtualization technology, like using a VMware or Oracle VirtualBox. You can see my VMs over here, right? So here we are going to use this Kali Linux operating system. Okay, so this is meant for security people. So we have all the tools which are pre-installed in it. So when we are using this Kali Linux operating system, okay, we have to know how to use this bash commands, right? How to manage the file system, permissions, the basic operations and all, right? So here we'll be spending few days and getting good understanding over these basics, right? Once it is done, the next thing is, of course, we'll teach you the ethical hacking and the VAPT essentials, right? We are not directly jumping into the VAPT. We are creating a foundation strong, right? So ethical hacking is like it will build you the attacker mindset to you, right? How attacker breaks into certain uh, ports, when there is some kind of a misconfiguration or when there is certain vulnerabilities in it, like the loopholes in it, right? So here you will learn the things in an offensive way, right? How to find the flaws, how to exploit those flaws to break into the system. So here you will learn the attacker mindset. Okay, that is very, very important. Then we will connect that to the VAPT because VAPT is a professional course, right? Where you, as a security person, need to help the organizations to find and fix the issues like the vulnerabilities before someone exploits it, right? So you are like a white hat hacker who is working for that company and who is helping them to fix the issues before someone exploits it by implementing the right countermeasures or the helping them to procure the right tools or right best practices or policies, right? So this is all professional stuff, right? So in ethical hacking, of course, again, the five phases of hacking is something which is like it's like core subject, right? So like starting from reconnaissance, scanning, enumeration, and then exploiting, post exploitation. I mean, all of these are new terminologies. I know you guys are like just attending the first session itself. I think I should not talk much technical details over here. I mean, technical terminologies over here, but I'm just telling you, right? So like it's all we'll be spending ethical hacking, right? We'll be learning and creating our ethical hacking foundational skills over here. And these are all practicals only. And every day you will have the labs also. I'll show you the previous batch, labs, how they have done, what sort of assignments we give it on the regular basis, right? We'll discuss on it. And then we'll start with the intermediate hacking skills, right? So now we'll be here, doing some kind of exploit research, okay, playing with the buffer overflow related kind of an exploits. We'll be creating a payloads, right? And we'll be using this password cracking. Okay. Once all of these things are done, now we'll be coming to the core, specialization part. Like we'll be learning web, API, and network penetration testing, right? So this is what we get to do when you onboard or when you work for some company as a security consultant, right? So they maybe they might be creating a product, right? A web application. Let's say they are developing a software called, software which is web application, and of course, it is having APIs integrated to it. So they cannot blindly go and put that into the internet, right? So of course, some of you like who maybe working in the software, you might be knowing there is a process called software development life cycle, right? So in the software development life cycle, like we have something called testing also, right? Functional testing, non-functional testing, all of these things comes. So one of the thing that we do over here is the penetration testing. I mean to say, see someone like you're creating, the company is creating a web application, right? So they definitely go for the security testing on that application, right? If they're not going for the security testing, if there is any critical vulnerabilities in it, like loopholes in it, those can be easily exploited by the hackers, okay, and they can take the advantage of it. Let's say you have a banking application, okay, and maybe let's say there is a less security, someone can simply, you know, do some kind of a malicious transactions. Let's say e-commerce application, right? Maybe someone can just purchase something, by not making a payment, right? This is like very business logic issues kind of a thing. The issues could be anything. Let's say I got directly database access to their system, right? So database is like heart for every organization. So if that get compromised, what happens? The people will not be interested to do any kind of a business, right? It plays a very crucial role. Okay, so that's the reason even the companies are also increasing the cybersecurity budget, and it's also growing. Like on an average, I can say 30% CAGR the market every year. Of course, pay is also good, right? So web network pen testing is something that is our core area, right? So once you're done with all this, right, you can apply for these jobs like web application pen testing, security consultant, okay, network pen testing or vulnerability assessor. Okay, all of the different job roles you can apply for. So this is, these are all the different things that it's like you're adapting the hacker mentality or hacker mindset over here, and you're using the same thing, okay, here in a systematic way to identify and help the you're just identifying the uh, all the vulnerabilities like a hacker only, but you're helping the companies to uh, fix it before it goes to the next stage, right? So yeah, so once all of these things are done, then you have the like report writing part. If someone is also really wanted to go for the certifications, I can guide you for the certification. Then you have a lot of online labs also which you can try, and mock interviews also something we are planning to take for all the participants who would like to give a mock interviews once the preparation is done, right? So here is a day wise plan. Okay, starting from day 1, 2, 3. Okay, so like it's a very clear uh, plan, I can say, till 60, around 60 days of plan, right? So if someone is following this, right, definitely they'll be able to start your career into the VAPT domain. Okay, hope the um, I mean, I can say the course details, right? I mean, what things that we are going to cover, what we have, I think you are pretty much clear, right?
Yes, I.
Hi, sir. This is Devi. Am I audible?
Sorry, Devi, are you saying something?
Yeah, sir. I am 2024 graduate. That means I'm a fresher. I'm searching for the job. So I have completed my graduation in the cybersecurity specialization itself.
Okay,
So
nice.
I keep on searching for this role, but no company is accepting freshers as a security role. So how could you give assurance for that you can give job assistance for us as a freshers?
See, there is nothing like, the companies are not offering the jobs for fresher. Nowhere it is mentioned.
No, I'm not saying that it is not offering for the freshers. I'm telling about security roles. See, wherever I see, if I'm checking for the security roles, means it is asking for minimum 5 to 6 years of experience. See, how could I get that 5 to 6 years of experience as a fresher in the security role?
Okay, I got it. Okay. See, I'll answer to you, right? Um, See, what happens is now, um, okay. See, I'll tell you this, right? See, when we are providing security for someone, especially in the VAPT domain or whatever the domain it is, okay, I mean, it's not like you cannot start as a fresher. There are a lot of roles also there, and many people have also started it. It's just a bit difficult to find the right entry. Okay. But till now, people who is having a very solid skills in this domain, okay, they are not at all, uh, maybe what I can give. I mean, they have the job, okay, they are not free. That's what I'm telling you, right? If you have the right skills, the companies are ready to hire you. Okay, openings might be less or competition might be more, but if you go for an interview and if you can able to showcase and talk to them confidently, I know these all the things, I have done it, right? Definitely they'll hire you. There are a lot of stories also. Okay, previous, like in my experience, I'm just telling you, right? Recently, I mean, there might be a different ways. Okay, I'll tell you. Not, I mean, you may not directly get this, right? So you may start looking for an internship in the same company, okay, where they are going to make you permanent. Okay, I mean, I have seen a lot of people, especially in the Bangalore location. They hire. I mean, they first, of course, evaluate the person. Uh, if they feel okay, this guy is having at least 70% of the knowledge and he is willing to learn, right? They can offer the job, right? Or they can give an internship position, right? So with that, you can apply the job, right? See, directly if they're hiring for maybe a penetration tester, right? You are assessing someone's maybe let's say infrastructure. You might be not knowing I mean basics of the infrastructure, how IT works also sometimes, right? So that's the reason, like, many times what happens is they'll at least expect you to have 2 years or 1 years of experience. But like fresher roles are also there. Like you can get into SOC roles, right? You can start with a vulnerability assessor, or you can start with a junior penetration tester, right? These are all the roles are especially for the fresher. right? But you need to build your solid resume with all your skills, certifications, and the kind of labs that you have done, right? I mean, what I'm trying to say, the
Yeah, sir.
conclusion
Okay.
is you need to you know, compete with, kind of a 2 to 3 years experience person by showcasing your skills. You need to prove yourself, better when you compare with them. But I can say definitely for all the skilled people, right? They have the 100% employment. Okay. Okay. This is like, I can say, I mean, in your maybe circle also, you can see if someone knows this skill, okay, if they don't have the job, let me know. I mean, definitely there are openings. Okay. Zero unemployment rate in this specific domain. Even the companies are what they are doing, they are finding it difficult to find the right candidate in this specific domain. So they started even providing the internal trainings and all for the internal people only. Okay, because of they cannot hire it from the external. Okay, they might not be finding the right candidate for that particular job or skill. Okay, so yeah, these kind of things are happening. Okay,
Okay, sir.
but it is
Thank you for
difficult.
clarifying.
Yeah. It is difficult. Okay, but you need to make yourself, bit different comparing with the others by showcasing all your skills. Yeah, cool. So, any other questions?
Yeah, Sai, in terms of the certification, when it comes to someone who is showing at least 2 or 3 years of experience, what is it, the basic, global recognized certification which we need to take up, just to make sure that uh, we get an opportunity in this domain?
Yeah. So, you can start with CEH, okay, which is Certified Ethical Hacker, or CompTIA. I mean, CH is from the EC Council, and CompTIA Security Plus is also there, right? So these all, like, I can say, the entry level certifications that you can target initially. And there are even certain free certifications also, like especially from different vendors. Let's say if you are maybe playing around vulnerability assessment, Qualys is the vendor, and Tenable, like Nessus, is also a vendor. They provide you the free certifications to you. Even those free certifications also valuable, right? I mean, if they are using that specific tool in their organization, of course they need that certified person who can handle that tool. Okay, so yeah. And then there are certain labs. It's all about labs and showcasing your skills in a way that, okay, I have completed all of these challenges, or all of these labs. I know this. Okay, I have done it. So in this way, it will work. Okay. So here, the less theory, more practical knowledge. Because once you know the practical things, right, you will be able to explain to them properly, right? There is no need to remember any theory and all, right? So yeah, and maybe if you are also targeting for advanced related um, certifications, even we can go for maybe specific to web application pen testing. Okay, if you'd like to go with, or if you're going for maybe management related certifications, or maybe product security related certification, there are certifications are there. Okay, so basically you can start with CH or Security Plus, and some free vendor related certifications, as I mentioned, would help you to get started into it.
So thanks, Sai. And in terms of the coaching, we do get the access for all the tools, and every day there will be, most of the days it will be practical trainings, right?
Yes. So, okay, let me show you that, right? So on my screen, if you see, this is the Kali Linux operating system. Okay. So this is the operating system which we are going to use it like an attacker system. So basically, we are going to create a local lab, and that lab will look like like at least you will have two systems as a victim systems, and one system is a target system. So I mean, sorry, one system is an attacker system, and then you will have two systems as a target systems. So Kali Linux operating system is something which is you know we are going to use it. So if you go to kali.org, it's open source Debian based operating system which is meant for security people, right? So Kali Linux is an open source Debian based, yeah, meant for security people. Of course, it is geared towards doing various types of information security related tasks such as penetration testing, security research, forensics, and reverse engineering, right? So this is the operating system that we are going to use it. There are commercial tools also that we are going to use it, but those are like trial versions, I can say. Okay, because these tools are very expensive. We cannot purchase it. Okay, it will be in lakhs, uh, more than thousands, right? So we are going to take the trial versions of these tools whenever there is a required. Of course, there are few limitations in it, but it works. I mean, it works mostly like close to 80% as the same tool. So here we need to understand the tool and need to experience the tool, right? Concept is important and understanding the interface of the tool, how it works, all this, all that knowledge you will get it. But there are some limitations in it. So because we're not paying it because of the expenses and all. But yeah, rest of all the tools are pre-installed in it, right? When you look into this Kali, so whatever the tools, we have here categorized, topic and subtopic wise. So all these tools are here. So we are going to use this operating system itself. It's all with tools and concepts only, right? Coding is also something which is not like mandatory. If you have, that's good and well and good, right? So yeah. And yeah, next thing is about the assignments, right? I'll just show you that as well. Let me open the real-time assignments of the previous batches, right? Uh, so can you see my screen? I am in the Google Classroom.
Yes.
Yeah. So like today's session, okay, this is today's session for the batch 7. This is batch 8, okay, the one which I've started. So we'll be assigning the, okay, uh, okay, we'll be assigning the labs to them on the individual, for the individual people, and they'll be submitting their labs like this. Okay, so they need to basically, so there are advantages of it, and this is what I got a feedback, and it is also like beneficial to them, right? The first thing is whatever we are learning it, we are doing it practically, and then we are capturing it and creating a report kind of a thing. And it'll also be reference to you future, right? Let's say after maybe completing a 2 months, you will have all the different topics that we have discussed and the labs that you have done it in your system itself by you. Like, so if you simply go and maybe uh, just spend some time, you will understand, okay, this is what I have done it and this is what I got it, right? It'll be easy for you to even recollect all of the things easily, right? So yeah. So every batch we have this labs and all, right? So this is a kind of a you know uh, what we say. These are recent classes. So this is a kind of a labs that we are going to create over here, right? And they'll be submitting it. Okay, right? Clear?
Yep.
So what are the free certifications also there? I'll be telling them, okay, go and complete this certificate. Okay, and do these labs. So likewise, they'll be doing it.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. So is this a paid course or free course, sir?
yeah, it's a paid course. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, these demo sessions are free, but the course is, of course, paid. And so what else we have? I think I've given you the overall picture about this, plan, and I've also shown you how it worked for other people, right? Um, yeah, now maybe you can just ask me if you have any other question. I'll take it up. Um, Maybe if I missed something, also you just let me know. So today is like maybe the high level part, right, about the course and all. So tomorrow I'll talk about some technical topic so that you will understand like how we are covering the things, and I mean, um like what sort of a work we do it when we actually get started into it, right? Even we have some time, we can also discuss, maybe let me take it up. Okay, let me just explain in a high level what is the vulnerability assessment and what is penetration testing, right? Of course, we are aiming for this specific domain, right? Vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So let's understand what is it, right? Uh, so VA stands for vulnerability assessment. What is mean by vulnerability is like weaknesses or loopholes, I can say, right? Uh, what is vulnerability assessment is like it's a process of identifying the potential security weaknesses or a flaws in a system, network, or an application, and help the organizations to find the vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers, okay, but does not involve actively exploiting it. So there are two things, right? You go and highlight and tell them, hey, there is a weakness. Okay, that is what the vulnerability assessment is. After identifying the weakness, you, like a hacker, exploit it. Okay, like break into it and see till what level, till what sort of information that you can able to access it from the system. And then, I mean, we don't really maliciously damage anything. Okay, we do everything in a controlled manner because we are a good people. We don't have the bad intention of performing anything malicious, right? So there are two things, right? Like sometimes what happens, you are telling that there is a issue, okay, there's a vulnerability. If the opposite person is security person, okay, if he knows it, then he'll say, okay, go and fix it, right? Maybe he wanted to see how this can be exploited. Of course, you have to know how to do that exploitation as well, like a hacker, right? So that is what penetration testing is, right? So it's like penetration testing is going one step ahead of vulnerability assessment. Whatever the vulnerabilities that you identify, okay, we will try to exploit them in a controlled manner without really damaging anything, right? Without maybe uh, performing any kind of offensive stuff. Understand? So then we will tell them, by writing a report, right? This is what the flaw that we have identified, and you need to fix it. Understand? Understand, guys? So what is vulnerability assessment? So let's say you have all your infrastructure. Okay, the organization infrastructure. When you say organization, of course, they have a lot of things, right? Uh, like servers, applications, cloud, maybe some sort of a hardware devices. Okay. So it's all infrastructure which has some sort of a value in it, and the organization is, um, you know, I mean, when I say some kind of a value in it, there might be some sort of a critical information in it. Okay. With that assets, maybe, some operations are, being running in it. So because of, you know, any flaw in any specific asset, let's say you have a server, web server, right? Which is very critical to the organization. So that web server, let's say, exposing to the internet, and it has some kind of a flaw in it, like non-vulnerability in it. How do you identify that? So when you have this regular vulnerability scans, okay, so you will get all the known vulnerabilities, okay, and then we will we will take which one needs to be fixed first by looking at the severity and the impact of the issue, and then we'll start working on it. Got it. So mostly like it just performing scans by using some tools like Nessus and Qualys. Manually also we can do it, right? Vulnerability assessment scans by using open source tools, by using the Kali Linux operating system. And then we will tell them, right, there is a loophole, go and fix it. PT, yeah, as I said, it's a real world simulated attack that we are doing it on the target, right? If you have a server, you said there is a flaw which can be exploited by the hackers, and the exploit is also available in the public. They are not fixing it. You break into it, but with a good intention, and tell them, see, this is how I was able to get into it. Other people also maybe, get into it, and they can create some kind of a damage because they will have their own malicious motive, right? But always penetration testing happens with the proper scope and proper. We take the permissions, before we break into any system. We have uh, ethic. Uh, like I can say it's like basically we will have you know NDA if you are working for some client. Okay, non-disclosure agreement, and the like you should not disclose any kind of vulnerabilities anywhere, right? They are very sensitive information. We have a code of ethics, right? So we are good people, right? That is very 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 important, right? So this is a different, guys, right? And yeah, I mean, I've just given this in a very high level, but yeah, we'll discuss more on this with various examples, maybe on the tomorrow session, right? Um, yeah. So this syllabus copy, I'll just share with everyone. Okay, you can just go through it. And recordings also you'll get it, guys. Okay. Uh, all the sessions are recorded sessions, and you will get all of this. You will get all the sessions, right? Um, yep. Now I'll take up the questions.
Yeah, Sai, when does the actual classes start?
From the Monday.
From Monday, and this is going to be the same timings, right?
Yeah.
All right. And in terms of, I mean, it's a very silly question. So when we work in a product-based company and a service-based company, the motto and the actual rules and regulation changes. I mean, there'll be a lot of, as I said, in uh, NOC and NDCs and so on. So, which would be the better company to target? I mean, in terms of product based or services based, because if you go to a service based organization, you will have to work for client, and how exactly it works, and which would be the best place to work for, a product or a services or based organizations.
Okay. So, okay, see, most of the people will start with service-based companies. The reason is very simple. Um, their the expectations and openings are like high comparing with the product base, because product base, they'll not only expect you to be good in one part, right? If they are developing, let's say, bunch of things with the different technologies, they definitely want a good expertise who can take care all of these things. But when it comes to service based, it's a project to project, and that too we may not directly talk. I mean, see, I'll tell you, uh, the reason most of the service based companies are getting this penetration testing related work is, even if you're internal, let's say you're working in product base, okay, as a security person, you have, contributed a lot to that from the security standpoint of view, right? But still, the company will go for the third party assessment, right? The process varies same for all the companies, right? Why third party assessment? Why they will give it for some client? Because, see, today I'm working in some company. So my mindset, the kind of approach that I have applied to build it in a secure way, or maybe, for doing the pen testing, is different, because they have the other penetration testers, right? They have their different mindset, right? Every hacker will have a different ways to find issues, right? The best way I can say, to maybe, conclude this, there is nothing like you can uh, choose it, right? I can maybe, I mean, the more difficulty you will have when you directly start into product, okay. But if you get into some kind of a project-based things, initially with the um, service-based, then you will understand how the product base, is working, what is their expectations, because the expectations are more, okay. Like they not only ask you the VAPT skills, okay, they ask you the whole product security skills. In that case, you need more experience, but you can aim in that way. Like first you get into maybe service base and start dealing with the third party assessments which are coming, okay, to them from the different product based companies. And then once you understand this flow, you can target for the product base. Okay. So that is the best approach I can say.
Yeah. And when it comes to reports, you said that there will be some reports which we need to send. Do we need to no probably learn Power BI or something and
No,
do
it's
it,
all
or it's
Word
just
doc,
in
Word
Word
reports.
document?
It's
Okay,
all Word based reports. I'll show you
got it.
some sample reports to you. See, when you are giving a penetration testing, let's say you have your company and you're giving me a penetration testing assessment. Okay, what do you expect from me as a written? A good report,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So report only something, which is very, very I mean, ROI kind of a thing, right? Return on investment, what they actually, I mean, of course, it should have all the issues in it. Okay, that is a different case. But report should look good, right? So this is like some kind of a sample report I have. Like this is a technical issues, whatever you identified once you do the assessment, you will add it over here with all the details. So these kind of a reports we need to create it. But as you know, because the AI is also there, right? Which is going to help you to design the test cases, which is going to help you to create such kind of a reporting thing. We can use it, right? So what I'm trying to say is basically reports, like we can use AI, okay, to create it. You don't need to spend a lot of manual efforts.
So weekly, how many days class is going to be there?
5 days,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Monday to Friday. Okay. Yeah. So I think let's connect tomorrow and let's discuss some technical topics so that you will understand things, right? Yep. Any other questions?